You ready? All right. Good morning. My name is Paul. I'm here with Garrett from Jaffe Tilchin Wealth Management. Today, donated a check to the Tampa chapter of the Omega Psi Phi, which is an educational foundation. $10,000 today, which brings them to 40,000 that they've given this organization. A lot of that is community engagement and working with a business. A lot of times when I train schools or churches or fraternities, sororities, any nonprofit, when I train them, they don't really understand how to communicate with businesses. How do I get these donations? So, first, Garrett, thank you for talking with me today. Thank you for all Jaffe Tilchin does. What can you talk to me about? What are some characteristic traits that you see between us, as far as me as a community engagement person and you as a private business and giving?
Absolutely. So first, I want to thank you for letting us be a part of the Hillsborough County school system and all the different activities we've been able to participate in. And I think that's indicative of some of the traits that we look for when working with anyone from the community outreach section of any foundation. Your ability to communicate, be personable, but also make sure that the process is very smooth for us. For the most part, we just show up at any given location, and you have all the details worked out nice and smooth for us. If we have any questions, we've got your cell phone number. We know that we can call you. Very, very easy for us. So we're able to enthrall ourselves as very bit busy around here, especially this time of year. We don't necessarily have the ability to work through all the minutia, but you take that away and you make it very, very easy for us.
I appreciate it. Now, when we first started about 8 years ago, you did an annual turkey drive. And to date, you've given thousands and thousands of families an easier Thanksgiving because you do all the fixings, the turkey, everything, and that's been a fun experience and very rewarding. Since we first met and we were doing that, it's grown into the 40,000 for the Tampa chapter, the Omega Psi Phi, 3,000 a year that you give in uniforms for students or the back to school fair. This year, you sponsored the March Madness for Hillsborough County Schools and donated 1,000. Can you talk a little bit about how, when it started, it was the turkey drive, and what role did I play in helping grow that with together in a partnership with you guys to now our philanthropy that we're doing together has just become even greater? How did that happen?
Absolutely. So Jaffe Tilchin has been doing the turkey drive for even beyond the 8 years we've been working on it. But as our business grew in scale, I think that event reached a point that we realized that we could do more, and you connecting us with the Omegas was very important to us seeing how we can better leverage ourselves within the community through their help and your support. And from there, we recognized since our business grew, we had an obligation to give back into the community, and you've opened up those doors, and where we have been felt that we've needed to be, you've made it possible for us to give back. For instance, last year going over to Dorothy Thomas was a very rewarding experience and very eye-opening, seeing what the faculty, the teachers, the administration do every day. Our contribution pales in comparison to what they do. So to be able to support them in any way as we grow and continue to do so, it's been front of mind for everyone here.
Awesome. Last question, because I get this a lot. When I train schools, community engagement offices, whatever it is, when I'm training, a lot of times I get this question, it always kind of cracks me up. They'll ask me, do you have a letter that you send them? Like this, I have a magic letter that I send you guys, and you read it, and now you just write checks to me. Like that's how that works. And I always talk to them, because I'll also get this. I can't walk into a business and ask for money. And I always say, well, I don't do that either. I never walked into Jaffe Tilchin and said, can I have X number of dollars? I asked for a shared partnership in helping us do something together. And can you talk to me about what the difference is between sort of the cold email once a year or the cold letter once a month saying, hey, we're this group and we'd like this, versus what we do together?
Absolutely. And in our line of business, it's very relationship driven. I think that there's like you said, a very stark difference between just sending a letter and hoping for the best and actually getting to know someone and the commitment to getting someone involved, I think is the key difference there. Anytime that there's been an event like the March Madness tournament, you brought the facilitator of that event to our office, introduced us to her, started that relationship off with more than just a letter or a flyer. Anytime there's been an event that we have a spot for. You've explained it to us. You've shown us pictures. You've shown, explained the context and who that's going to help and why. And I think that's extremely important. When developing the relationship, getting it first off the ground, there has to be a level of trust and being willing to set that foundation, make sure that all parties are comfortable, and through hard work and communication, I think are the two things that really bring that to the next level.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. I know you're busy, especially this time of season, tax season, but I want to say thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your donation of the Omegas, and we'll look forward to growing even more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, how do I
know
stop
you're
it?
busy, so I appreciate it.
No worries.